Welcome back to the Off the Field podcast, episode number 8, the return from WBC.
How are you feeling today? I'm feeling fantastic, but I'll be honest, I am exhausted.
I'm not tired, but
You drove the entire way.
Yeah, and I'm the one that drove.
Hey, I drove a little bit on the way there.
Drove an hour out of the 15.
Like hour and a half.
It's the same thing. This poster, you may notice, over our shoulders, Mobo brought home from Arizona, and I was very jealous, so I bought one myself. I bought it on Amazon.
Matching posters, baby.
Yes. It will not be in here, but it is a funny poster, and I had to claim one. And we do have a guest today. We were solo last week, and now our guest for today, Captain America. Please join us.
Oh, let me do the rub your clap for him. But yeah, we have Captain America today. Little background. He is probably one of, if not, well, actually, no, he's one of my longest reigning friends and near and dear to my heart.
Reigning?
Making it sound like a title.
Like a title.
Well, it is a title because I still know somebody that I technically met in kindergarten, but we didn't start talking until second grade.
Really?
The boy Andrew. I've known him since elementary school.
Duh.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know which Andrew you're talking about, but like I didn't gain consciousness till like 5 years old.
I didn't gain consciousness till I was like 4. How about you?
That's what I always say. I know I always say that. I'm like,
Actually, 5?
My earliest
5 for
memory
me.
is like 5.
What was your first memory?
So you know how like the Gold Dust intro where it's like gold and stuff?
Why is
Dust? No, like
wrestling.
Yeah, well, so like no, not the actual wrestler. Like
Yeah.
I opened my eyes and like it was just like a bright morning and like the sun coming through like the curtains. I just remember walking to the kitchen and seeing my mom, and I just called her like 10 times in front of her, like calling for her name, Mom.
Yeah. So you were Stewie.
Basically, that's like my earliest.
Ma, mommy,
And
ma.
yeah, and then she got mad, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Never mind, you're mad."
You were pissing off your mom since 5 years old?
Just about.
Damn.
Mine might be 3. I remember swimming in this pool that's in my neighborhood a lot when I was a child, like very young.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think
That's where I learned how to swim.
Oh wow. I got thrown into the pool at like 7.
I had a teacher.
You had you know what? I took lessons, but they did not work. So my brother was like, "Hey, here's a 9-foot deep pool. I'm gonna push you in it. Don't fight back." And I threw myself.
And every guest Captain America
Uh-huh.
gets a water.
Wow. Wow.
Cold ones, too. Not everybody gets a cold one.
This
'Cause-
is actually.
I think you're the first person that's gotten a cold one.
No, he's not
nice.
the first one.
I think so.
But we forget sometimes. So sometimes people get a warm one.
room temp.
Room temp.
Papa Cap is not able to make it today, obviously, with the WBC. That took a lot of time from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so he's just caught up at work. But one day there will be an episode for Papa Cap. Cap, you were able to make it. How did you enjoy the WBC?
I'm gonna be honest. Out of the 3 games that we, wow,
Damn. You just started laughing.
That one, because I heard it in my own ears because I have the headphones on. So right when I drank that water,
Oh, you
Yeah.
were talking about that.
no. Out of the 4 games that we stayed there for, or that were at least going on, we went to 3 of them.
yeah.
I know you guys went to 2, and I think the rest of the crew also went to 2 as well.
I think you were the only one, you and your dad, that went to 3.
That we went to 3
You're
because
the only one that was there.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Mexico played the opening game of the 10 games that were in Arizona.
Pool C.
Pool C, that's right. Yeah. And wow, there was so much emotion in that first game.
Mm.
And then, the second game, USA versus Great Britain, pretty obvious who was going to win.
Oh,
Well,
without a doubt.
you're getting ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, well, we'll go back to the first game, but
So we're like, my whole update with the WBC is I want to just break it down as we go. So first I wanted to say how'd we get there. Mobo and I drove ourselves in my Tesla. You and your father.
flew.
And then you rented a car, right?
We rented a car over there because I tell people, like, if you're in a city that you especially don't know, I do not like Ubering or lifting back and forth.
Oh no, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's a hassle.
It's very
They don't
annoying.
build up anyway.
It's a real hassle. So
No, my question is, what color Bugatti did you guys drive throughout Phoenix? I saw a couple red ones, and then I saw a gold one. Wasn't sure which one was popping.
no, the golden was Jeff's.
He took his Bugatti.
He took his Bugatti, but we got the same one as Andrew Tate's. So
So what color is your Bugatti?
bronze or like orangish.
Right on.
Okay.
But no, yeah, we had a car, and it was definitely better than Ubering back and forth. I promise you that. I
So-
really do.
Let's start with the first game, which for you
Mm-hmm.
was Mexico and Colombia. You and your dad decided to go. How did it feel to see Mexico represented?
It was very nice. It was definitely for sure because, for those who don't know, I am Mexican, even though I'm Captain America. Shocker,
What?
right? Shocker, right?
It's just what a juxtaposition, bro.
I know.
You're this big old brown boy,
Huh?
and you're representing the United States of America.
Yeah.
You're representing.
That's our motto. America claimed it during the WBC.
Oh, we loved it.
But no, yeah, it was fun. I was definitely disappointed that we lost in extras.
Yeah.
But
I remember because me and Mobo pulled up for the game after, which was USA Great Britain, and I called you and I said, are you and your dad just going to stay until USA starts? He's like, I don't know. I'm pretty depressed right now.
Well, like explain to me what happened because I didn't even catch it. How'd the game end?
So the WBC did adopt the ghost runner rule with the runner on second.
Wait, it's so there was no guy there?
Well, there was.
Oh, okay.
What I mean is like
When I hear Ghost Runner, this is what I imagine. It's like, okay, so there's a runner at second,
but he's not
but
physically.
physically there's no one there.
Okay, so there was they adopted the runner on second rule.
So there was an actual guy.
There was an actual guy, yes.
Oh man.
I know. And so they
Whack.
it was at one point 2 outs with runners on the corners. And there was a grounder to short that it looks like, if I remember correctly, took like a either bad hop or he tried to barehanded field it.
Yeah.
Didn't field it really well, and the runner from third scored, and that was really the straw that broke the camel's back.
I knew
Yikes.
that's how the game ended because when Mobo and I arrived, we were walking to the gate, and I hear a Mexico fan who had already left. He's outside, and he's like, "Pinche Mexican shortstop messed up the freaking ball," and I'm like, I think I know how the game ended.
No, yeah, it was Luis Arias from the Brewers.
Oh, the guy who breaks his back
Damn.
when he bats.
Yeah, the guy that like leans back like.
Yeah, literally leans back for some reason.
I love his stance. Don't hate on it. I gotta try that at softball. Maybe I'll hit a nice little daddy hat.
Okay, so then it came time for USA Great Britain. Were you rooting for USA in that game?
I mean, I had to. There's no English blood in me.
Yeah, we have a lot
So-
of Latino players with us at Dodger Films, and I don't think any of you are Latino. Well, some of you are. Most of you are Mexican.
Yes, for the
Yeah.
most part, most of us are.
Yeah, Mexican by blood, and then all born in the United States.
I think, yeah.
Pretty
I
sure.
think
I
I don't
think-
think anybody was born back from the homeland.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. And then
Taka, but
Taka is not in the Latino conversation.
He's an honorary Latino. But
he is.
And then, so yeah, I knew if Mexico wasn't playing in a game, then you guys would probably be rooting for USA.
Right.
And especially with Great Britain and their Microsoft Word uniforms.
Oh my God! Did you see the T fall off on one of those pictures?
No.
There was like a T that fell off. He was like
Straight up
brushing
just
it
like
off.
upside down, bro.
The T was upside down, and then he's like brushed off his chest, and it fell on the rubber.
So he was playing for Great Britain.
Great Britain.
Great Britain.
Those uniforms were terrible. So how did you feel during that game? What was your reaction to that game?
It was
First
like
of all, where were you sitting? Because we were split all over the
We were.
stadium.
Oh yeah, dude. We were like a nice little Where's Waldo like puzzle.
For real, you could have found the softball crew pretty much anywhere in the stadium.
yeah,
for
it was basically a Where's Dodger Films crew.
I remember a kid was like, "Oh my God, where's Bobby? Oh my God, where's this? Where's that?" And I
we-
straight up was like, "You have to go explore."
because we don't know. Mobo and I were third baseline for that game.
Beautiful view.
We were not that far from you guys actually. We were section 223 if I remember.
Left field.
Left field,
Second
basically
deck.
your second deck,
Yeah.
right down the pole.
Yeah,
Right.
We were basically front row, not at the very corner, but like in the middle of the row.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So right there.
How are the people around you?
They weren't annoying. There was really not much conversation from them. I just remember just me and my dad really just taking in the introductions from both teams. No like yelling, no patriotism, nothing, because it was an expected like outcome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, it was pretty fun from that section because it was just we got to just enjoy the game.
We had a British man behind us.
You have no idea how obnoxious we probably came out to him because the whole time Austin's trying to vlog, and obviously we're gonna
honest,
poop on GB a bit.
I have no idea when he showed up.
Oh, dude, no, he showed up like right after I think first
we
pitch.
kept making the jokes like, "What the fuck is a kilometer?" And Mobo kept saying,
Dump the
they
tea.
blew a 13 colony lead.
Oh my god! And then out of nowhere,
But I don't think he was there yet.
no, dude, he was there early. You didn't notice at all.
Oh.
You had no idea. And then Trey, no, you know when he was there? I think it was after the first batter. Because then Trace hit the moonshot and he was behind us like,
Oh
we got
my
one!
Yeah, he literally was like, honestly, I thought we were going to get blown out 100-0.
He straight up was like, all we wanted was one, so we're okay.
Yeah, no shutout.
Poor guy. dude.
No, our whole right there, when Trace hit that homer, we were like, it's not possible.
But he was.
It's not possible.
Everyone was like, run it back. That didn't count.
And then in front of us, we had people rooting for America, but they were not rowdy. They had a baby that was staring the entire time.
Hell yeah.
Literally just like, wow, I'm not going to remember any of this.
No.
I kept showing pictures of my dog. Austin kept tempting the baby with food.
In like the 7th, because I was eating my food, and he would just be like, wow.
You know
Fry.
how babies are, just
Yeah,
baby.
I want fry. And then his mom would move him so he couldn't see the food. He'd be like, and then we were a section off from the Revolutionary Soldiers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were off to our left.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we got pictures with them. I signed a potato.
I saw that on Instagram.
Don't
I
forget
saw
the
it.
forehead.
Yes, you could also see all that kind of stuff before it makes it to vlogs and everything. If you follow me on Instagram, any of us on Instagram, we're always posting in the moment. That'll all be in the description. But yeah, sign a potato. That now takes the crown for weirdest thing I've ever signed. So if I ever get asked that question, I have an automatic answer. And I now, after that, want people to try and beat that. So if you think you have a weirder item for me to sign than a potato, then go for it. We had a lot of Angel games this year.
Someone's gonna bring you fucking asparagus, bro.
Was-
Make you sign a piece of asparagus.
Was the forehead the first body part you ever signed?
Oh, body part? No, I think I signed an arm.
Okay.
But forehead was definitely... Well, he said anywhere. He was just like, sign my body. And I was like, where? And I was
choose.
And I was like, can I do forehead? Because I thought forehead would be funny.
Right.
And he's like, yeah. And he took off his hat. And then I was like, okay. But I was like, I got to get a picture with both of you because a forehead and a potato, that's just way out there.
That's definitely out there.
So that was fun. Mobo and I were probably the obnoxious America fans
Rah!
around our area because anytime something happened, it was just rah!
We were your typical Americans, but you know what? Red, white, and blue. We were proud. We were proud that day.
Yeah. And then, so that game, it's just mainly carried by Arenado and Schwarber.
Yeah.
That was about
Without
it.
a doubt.
Lineup didn't do niche. Trout went over. Mookie went over.
Mookie was close with a homer though.
I thought
So
Trout
was
walked.
Trout.
There were warning tracks, right?
Yeah, both of them.
Both.
Trout's was louder, though.
Mm-hmm.
Trout hit his, and I was like, oh! And then I was like, oh, damn it. But, so that game was fun. Got to see one win, and that was the only one. Because the next day, we had USA versus Mexico, and I knew this game was going to be electrifying because I know from being the parties, Mexicans, you guys go wild, and to see your team being represented, I knew they were going to bring it, and I was like, America doesn't stand a chance. Crowd-wise, I was like, I knew we were going to be outplayed, and I knew the energy from the crowd honestly might affect the game, and I think it did.
Yeah, it did for sure.
Yeah.
Like just seeing the two nationalities.
We
come
literally
out.
got booed. America
Yeah.
got booed.
Straight up.
In America.
in America. In America.
I want to say this. I knew the night was going to be crazy and just different as soon as we were. I don't know if Cap was with us at the moment, but me, Gabe, and Austin, we went into the stadium and we were in left field. We're just, they're doing BP. We're waiting, and me and Austin stare at each other, dead locked, because all we hear is Mexico.
Like walking in, like the
But, like,
spot
bro,
where all the flags were, that
Right,
long
right,
strip
bro.
outside the stadium.
Those gates.
They
yeah.
were all out there, just,
Ah.
and we were in the stadium, and we hear Mexico, Mexico,
I looked at him like, oh my god,
and then
there's
we
an
heard a
army
res-
outside.
We heard a
bro.
weak response. USA, USA. And I'm like, oh my god, we're not even gonna compare. And I don't think you even knew, but I got a ball in BP.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
You're now the second person that I know that got a ball.
Gabe being the other one.
My dad.
When'd your dad get one?
He got one when Colombia and Mexico were
Oh,
just
yeah,
before the
yeah,
game.
yeah. You guys got
I forgot
a
to bring
lot.
that up,
You met
but
players. You got pictures.
well, yeah,
Damn.
I got a little bit, but my dad was really the one that got more pictures. I wanted him to be there. So
You just wanted to see your dad act like a little kid, huh?
exactly.
Mm.
He what's it called? So we went to the very front
Mhm.
of the seating around behind home plate, like basically
Yeah.
where the on deck circle was.
Yeah,
And he took so many pictures with so many people.
that's his country, man.
yeah,
I'm
that
sure he
is,
was,
yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
I mean, because you went to the WBC in 2017.
We did, yeah.
But how many games did you go to?
3, both semifinals and the finals.
And was Mexico? They weren't involved in any of those. Huh?
No, they.
So this was the
Mexico
first
had their
time.
their group stage in Mexico,
So this was the first time he got to see Mexico
Mhm.
on that stage.
and any international sport, really.
I didn't know that.
Damn.
Yeah, I asked him too, because is this the first time you're watching your country being represented in a international sport? He said, yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That's insane.
We're
No
also
better
gonna
way.
have. I mean, just talking about international sports and big stages, World Cup's here in a few years.
yeah,
I
3.
think the Olympics are also here in a few years.
Yeah, the 32, I think,
Yeah.
maybe.
Was
All
it
coming
32?
I think. I don't know, but it's definitely within the next 8 years from now or wherever we are.
Because it's Qatar and then us, right?
I think.
Uh,
Or no, Qatar already
No, I
happened,
think
didn't
no, Qatar was the World Cup.
Hmm.
The
right. That's
the Olympics, I don't remember where they were, but I know it wasn't
I
here.
never pay attention.
Yeah, the Olympics no one
Nobody
does,
does,
but it's
bro.
the World Cup that everybody really remembers.
I kind of want to wait and hold off for the World Cup because I've never been to a soccer game.
Mhm.
And what better
First soccer game.
first soccer game
Yeah.
than a World Cup game?
Yeah.
How'd your dad get his ball, though?
Oh, so like I said, Colombia was doing BP, and
Mhm.
there was 2 guys, one hitting and one receiving for flyouts
Oh, I
or
remember
grounders
now.
and stuff.
I never know.
And one
The guy who
the guy who
recruited-
was supposed to be receiving the ball never caught one,
yeah,
and it rolled through
like a
to
net.
the guy, to the net where
Yeah.
we were talking to some ABC reporter, and my dad jokingly said, "Hey, give me that ball," and the dude just picked it up and kept it for himself.
Mhm.
I'm all like, okay, sick. And then another one comes, and my dad's like, all right, for real, give me that one. And then the Colombian guy was like, yeah, you guys can have it. And the ABC reporter went around the net to give it to my dad.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was pretty happy for him.
This one was a ground rule double from Tim Anderson.
Oh wow.
I honestly did not, because it wasn't like a ground rule double where it hopped high enough over the wall. I had to reach over, and I was like, I don't think it's going to bounce high enough. And Kyle Freeland, I forever have respect for him. You guys will see it if you've watched the vlogs from WBC. He stopped. He let the ball take its natural course of action. He could have fielded it and stopped it.
All right.
But he was walking and he stopped. It bounced, and I was like, it doesn't got it. And then I just had my glove down. And I was like, oh, I got it.
Yours doesn't have the stamp, does it?
No, it just says
practice.
practice.
That's the same. That's the same way it looks on my dad's ball. It has
Yeah.
that practice.
Just
I know.
practice.
I saw pictures of the game balls. The game balls have the logo of
Right.
WBC,
Right.
but no, the batting
Nah.
practice balls just say practice.
Yeah.
And I'm not even that crazy about trying to get stamp balls like that. But if I have the opportunity, obviously when you turn it over, you want to see
You do.
the
yeah.
stamp.
Yeah, 100%.
So I was like, dude, I'd get a ball that has the WBC logo. No,
it just says practice.
just as practice. So stupid.
But hey, you got a ball out of it.
Yeah,
Instead of my dad.
I'm very happy that I got a ball. And then that game, dude. Joey Meneses, dude.
I loved
my
it.
God.
I had fun. Cap,
told
did you
him-
have fun?
Oh yeah,
So much fun.
for the vlog I made him. I was like, keep it to yourself, think about it, and we'll announce who are you rooting for in this game. Born in USA, root for USA, Mexican blood, or are you rooting for Mexico? And he chose Mexico, obviously.
Of course. I just had to. What the?
Obviously.
Yeah,
And-
my strategy for that was, because Mobile had asked me too just before the games, like, who are you rooting for? And I said, I got to go for Mexico. USA had just beaten Great Britain, and Mexico lost against Colombia. We need something in the win column.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Without a doubt.
it was Mexico for sure.
Yeah, so Meneses tore us apart. And I remember I was telling him halfway through, I'm like, how many people, because I know who Meneses is. I've known who Meneses is. And I was like, how many people came into this stadium and were like, who's Joey Meneses? Like when they announced the lineup. And then by the end of the game, Joey!
Oh, dude, that's how I was. I didn't know who he was until I saw his 99
Really?
card in the show.
In the show.
I didn't know until I saw him in a video game, and then I'm like, let me check him out.
Yeah.
I knew because he's like literally the only bright star left in Washington.
Well, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong on this, but he was one of the players who got sent from as part of the Juan Soto trade.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he was. I might be wrong, but Joey Meneses was part of the San Diego trade along with C.J. Abrams and Zach Veen. Zach Veen was it? Robert Hassel. Robert Hassel. Excuse me. Robert Hassel, and I think, like I said, Joey Meneses. He's kind of like an older rookie. I think he's like 26 or so, 27.
I mean, he played good enough. If you pay attention to baseball, for people to get to know him. Because I remember him like doing good for the Nationals towards the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, he carried that over to the WBC.
Yeah.
That's for
Nickname
sure.
Caballoy.
And I told Mobo, because it was a point where it was 11 to like 2 or something like that. And I was like, can we just make it respectable, bro? Like, my God. And I mean, 5, I'll take it. I mean, at least it wasn't 1 or 2. But
at least you guys didn't get mercied, bro. Everybody in the WBC was getting mercied left and right.
Everything to avoid a mercy rule.
Yeah.
They came like this close, and then they'd be like, no.
The worst mercy rule, though. Korea and China did
22-2.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was
20
so
runs in 5 innings.
Yeah, and that game, I mean, by the end of it, I wasn't even like mad over the game. There were other things, other problems on that trip that affected my behavior, but by the end of the game, that was something that didn't bother me because 11-5 was more respectable than 11-2, and it was our pitching and just the lineup in general. The lineup was not hitting. It was Schwarber and Arenado still, and yeah, it sucked to watch because I have no other team that I'd root for in the WBC.
Right.
So.
I told my man like mid game.
Although
like, you can switch up.
I'm so happy, and I think we all are. We can all agree on this. That Sandoval shoved.
He did.
Without
was
a
it
doubt.
4 innings?
Angels fan. I think 4 innings through an all-star lineup. He shoved. Not even kidding. Right now, we have the Dominican Republic Israel game muted on TV.
Yeah, we're
just
watching it
watching it
right
as we
there.
go.
It's right in front of me. Dominican could get eliminated. Honestly, they already have an L, but this will be their second win if they win right now. And they're up 7-0.
Yeah. Is that the boy Cano?
That is Cano.
Don't you know?
He was chewing a lot of gum right there.
Yes. I told him, I'm like, they're going to go off tomorrow. Trout's going to homer. We're going to be on the way home. So we get to a spot where we have connection to watch the game right when it starts, luckily. Trout goes deep, 3-run homer. They score 9 in the first. I'm like, you mother...
We see it all happen, and I'm like on my phone just trying to listen to music, and I see Austin like, no! What? And
well, like, yes and no. Like, yes, but damn it. Like, why did you do this when we're on the way home?
I'm amazed that you called it perfectly, though.
Well, and why are they so weird? The lineup is there. The lineup was there before any pitchers even stepped in. So you know you're going to have offense behind your back.
Right.
And you think that, like, a Garrett Cole, a Corbin Burns, a Justin Verlander would have, at least one, just one of you.
1 star.
Would have been like, damn, I want to be a part of that. Like,
There were a couple, but some of them had to unfortunately step out.
I mean, the only one, Kershaw.
Nestor.
Oh, that's right, Nestor.
Why did
would've been
he-
Nice.
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember right now, but
Yeah, and
he
Kershaw stepped
like
up,
said
too.
Kershaw. He said he had an injury. He said he'd rather focus on like rehab,
Recuperating.
like basically healing.
Yeah.
I mean, I get wanting to win a World Series and be good for your team for the whole season, but like representing your country,
And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
I think
Because
that's a higher.
when else are we gonna get the lineup that we have now again?
Yeah.
I know.
When, dude?
With stars like Bobby Witt Jr.
And Bobby Witt Jr.
Caps
and Aaron Loop.
Cap's obsessed with Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby
Aaron
in the
Loop,
hobby.
He has a
Aaron
nice
Loop
little
didn't
heart
allow
out
a
there.
run.
Yeah, he was a late addition, like literally like the day before.
Yeah. It's representation for the Halos, so I'll count it.
Hey, but Bobby Wood Jr. though, before we move away from this, how about that nice RBI double?
Yeah, we literally FaceTimed Cap right after it happened. We're like, he's probably losing his mind right now. Where'd you sit in the USA Mexico game?
A section on our right, 2 sections to the right of the Mexico dugout.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably had an electric Mexican crowd around you.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
But back to Bobby for a sec. I didn't know he was batting because he tried to FaceTime me like 8 times.
Well, because we heard the name and I was like, I gotta hit up Cap. I Cap.
But I didn't know he was announced for a pinch hitter. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Me just calling
it's you calling me, and I'm doing this like because you're on FaceTime, so it's not like a regular phone call. I'm just saying hello. I'm just hearing
in a
it.
packed stadium.
Yeah, in a packed stadium, and then like I'm like I hang up, I put my phone away, and I see it's a 2-2 count. Then I look up like 5 more inches to the top. I'm like, oh my God, it's Bobby Wood Jr. batting. And then like a pitch or two later, he just rips a double into the right center field gap. I'm like, let's go. And I told you guys, Bobby Wood Jr.'s him.
Chase Field is horrible for service. Yeah, terrible phone service. Cannot stress that
data.
enough.
Their Wi-Fi can save you, but data, no.
Dude, no, it was ass. And the whole time, me and Austin are trying to do this bit because Bobby Witt came up. We straight up were like, "Oh, he's ignoring the calls because he's probably recording him." I straight up thought that's what was.
I
told him
missed
what
the
happened.
announcement. I missed it.
So what was the crowd like around you in that game?
I was pretty happy because they did have a lot of Mexican fans around us.
Mm-hmm.
Some in front, some behind. A couple of USA. Actually, no, there was like a family of USA fans in front of us, and we just kept hearing like every 10 minutes, USA, like a chant getting started, and then just
Fade
die
out.
right there.
Oh, yeah.
The Mexican fans to our back left, USA fans to our left, but majority Mexico fans.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I was rooting for Team USA, but was the crowd around us not like as hype as everyone else's stories?
Wasn't really as hyped, but I will say this: when Mexico did something, we would all cheer and we would all get up.
The mujeres to our right,
Oh yeah, they were getting lit.
They were getting lit.
Oh yeah, they
But
were getting
everybody
lit.
else kind of sucked.
I started joining them. At one point, I was just partying with them for a second.
Like I heard, like the stories I heard from like Andy and like little Kirsch, are like, oh, so electrifying.
Jeff was telling me it was like damn near
crowd
violent
was
in left
crazy. I'm like, not up there.
field. Well, man, I don't doubt it. They're sitting in left field and the home runs
Yeah.
are landing there.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they get like stupidly crazy?
Yeah, but yeah, up where we were, I didn't think so. Like, I mean, like I said, the ladies to our right, they were into it when things were happening.
Yeah.
But like when nothing was happening, they weren't happening.
I give them respect though because they were there for the whole week.
Oh yeah, they are
Wow.
going to every pool game for Mexico. All right, I think that's all the WBC update and talk and everything. So now we can get to other topics.
Okay.
Softball, how'd you start? Were you a watcher back in the olden days?
The olden days, as in like 8 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You were a wee little lad.
so you
Oh,
found
we
out
little lad in like high school. Yeah, high school basically.
you found out naturally, like how when he announced it all and everything.
Yeah, up on Instagram when he would actually publicly post the address of the park that we were playing at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Imagine if you still do that now.
Imagine, oh my God.
God, because
70 people trying to play for Team Benny.
that
At
was
one
like,
point, the max was probably like, what, 40-ish?
yeah, it might have been up towards 50.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I remember
not bad.
one of my, not one of my first times, but like the first couple months of going, it was one of those days where it was so packed and we were still playing at the graveyard field.
Oh my
That
God.
Out-
Yeah.
Probably like 20 outfielders.
I straight up, I'm not even kidding you guys. I didn't get an at bat. I did not get a bat because I ended up being I think 18 or 20 or 19.
My
Okay,
God.
so before he even gets to his first game, what was the conversation that you brought to the table to get him to go to that game? Because Cap brought Mobo.
I did. I did bring Mumbo. I'm going to be honest. I don't remember the conversation like exactly, but I do remember asking you like come play softball because I had invited multiple people to come play with
You're
me.
like, can one person just say yes? Because it was
Yeah.
just you and your dad, and technically you, because your dad would watch.
Yeah, my dad would just watch. Like
Yeah.
he didn't want to, bring attention to himself.
Mhm.
I invited my neighbor Jesse. He was probably like at the time. I think he was like probably 8 or 9.
Here, we're just gonna go. Every time you say somebody, I'm just gonna say could have been a Dodger film star.
Could have been a
Could have been a Dodger film
Yeah.
star.
Name them all.
Jesse.
Name them all.
Keep going.
Chris.
Could have been a Dodger film star.
You might remember it.
Yeah, I remember Chris and Gordito.
from
The-
Seminar.
Yeah, or
From
something.
Seminar. Hey, he only one time.
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris. Dude.
He showed me a picture of him swinging mid, and it looks like he's trying to take a fat shit. He's like, no, dude, it's fun. Oh my god, Chris was awesome.
And then I'm trying to remember if I invited anybody else.
Didn't your sister
before.
play once?
Back then, yeah.
Could have been a Dodger film star.
Could have been.
a Dodger star. 3 potential stars. Any more?
I'm trying to remember. I know multiple had asked me if they could come play with me.
It's not how it works.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
No. The cap has to choose you.
Yeah.
The cap.
So then you finally got the one that
The spotlight just
the
shined
one
on
that said,
Momo.
okay.
Yeah.
I think it's because I honestly think I have known Captain America for years at this point. I met him back in middle school. We went to the same middle school. We didn't go to the same elementary school.
No.
But I had known his love for baseball. I'd gone over his house. And I'm not kidding you. Like, you've seen it too firsthand. You see like the plethora of bobbleheads. You see street signs.
Well,
You
I mean,
see
I
all
think
these baseball hats. Like, it's all him.
I think that's the case for anybody that has baseball as their favorite sport.
Yeah.
No.
They
My man
indulge
Julio.
fully.
My man Julio lives baseball.
Well, look at my entertainment center, bro. You got signed cards, a bobblehead collection.
Well, the cards came over time. I'm talking like 2012, 2013, meeting him and like hanging out with him. Dude,
I have
more than like
If you
all
open
of
this drawer to our right, somewhere in here is those little pennant flags of all the MLB teams. Like you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I have those stuck on the.
Yeah,
like, at the
I
top
used to.
of the room.
okay.
I had those. They're in there somewhere.
Some have fallen out through the years. There's only like 12 that are still up there.
You
but,
still make sure the Angels one stays up, right?
I
don't like that.
Yes, it's in the very center
There's
of my
a
room.
delayed answer.
I was trying to remember where was it because like
As long as it
I forget
stays
because
up.
I don't pay attention to it. I just see it like once in a while, but it's front center.
Nice. Love to hear that. So, do you have any recollection of how he approached you?
I think it was he knew that I liked baseball, but I like had absolutely no idea what I was talking about, what I was doing, who I even knew.
Because you were starting to get into it.
Exactly. I was starting to get into it. I guess you could say I freed up some time. He knew I was busy being a nerd in band.
Yeah, very busy.
Out of school, I was just the busiest kid for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And he had asked me, he was like, "Hey, we're playing and we're going to be recording. Like, do you think you'd even be interested?" And I was kind of like, "Okay, well, I'll think about it." And then that same weekend, I think I'd responded on a Friday or Thursday of being like, "Hey, like I'm down to go. I'm down to try it out." And the rest is history.
We picked you up. Well, Papa Cap drove at the time. He picked Mobile up.
At that point, he had his Rolls Royce, I think.
Yeah. No, but I remember telling you. I think the time you were like, "Are you serious?"
Oh yeah, because that's when you guys used to start like at 6:45.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I hated it too. But I loved playing so much that I was like, fine. But I I still hate playing in the morning. Like right now, the fact that we're playing, the midday games only existed in 2017 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'd play at like 4 or 5.
Actually, yeah, that is.
Yeah,
true.
at
We played a
Streamland.
lot of games.
By the way, we may be going back to day games, but you didn't hear it from me.
Great.
Are you leaking information that's sensitive?
I plead the fifth.
So literally, like we had that one year where it'd be like an evening game, and those were nice. Now we either play at night, or if we're besides that one year, it's either at night or it's very early in the morning.
No, in between.
Now it's rare. It's rare in the morning, but I think it's because there hasn't been light. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
Well, also we have a hookup here. We have a situation that finally worked.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
This field's awesome. I love this field personally.
I just hate the drive. That's the
Oh
only
my
thing.
god.
It's the only
far
thing.
for us,
Just
just
a
close
tad
for
bit.
everybody else.
Yeah. I think it's a good distance for the guys who can hit home runs, which is me and you. Have you hit one on this field yet?
He's hit one. He's got to. You've
You
got
have
to.
one, don't you?
You've had at least one.
Oh,
bro.
you're asking me?
Yeah.
No, bro. We're asking Jimbo. Of course, we're asking
He's
you.
behind you then.
I'm not looking at Jimbo. Don't bring Jimbo into this. Leave Jimbo
All eyes
alone.
are on you.
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't. No, the closest I've gone to hitting a home run swung. It was definitely one of our first games there too. I hit it off the net.
I was gonna say, have you hit the wall at least?
Yeah, I hit
Okay.
that net, and then the ball came down.
Dude, that's
the farthest I've gone to hitting it out.
that field is so deceiving because if you crush one at that wall, personally for me, you think it's going to go off the net, but it just keeps rising.
Yeah.
Like I've hit like 5 home runs there, then I'm like, oh, that's off the wall. And then it goes over. And I'm like, oh. And I think I've hit 1 or 2 where it hit the net and it didn't rebound back. It hit the net, pushed it enough forward
And then just
to where it just slid down over the chain link wall.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm like, okay, that works.
I've definitely seen it happen because like I'm thinking to myself like, did it not go over?
Yeah. And you'll hit I've also hit a few where everyone's like, off the wall. And then I'm like, it's going to be out the wall. But recently, since I've been doing that so much, one of the past games, literally the most recent one we just played, I hit a home run. And Bobby's on camera going, off the wall. And I had done it too many times to this point to where I was like, no, it's gone. It's going to keep carrying. And it did keep carrying.
Damn.
Speaking of carrying, that ball carried over the wall. For
And,
a mercy rule.
Yeah, Dominican
Oh my
Republic
goodness.
just
One
mercy
hit.
ruled Israel.
One hit.
After they were just perfect gamed yesterday by Puerto Rico.
Jesus. Wait, so 7 innings. So that was 16 innings of one hit? Wow.
Talked about how you got involved with softball, how Mobo found his way to softball, and that was because you guys knew each other in high school.
Right.
Are there any, just one from both of you, any core memories from high school? Just one that you can think of, like a story that comes to your head right away. I think Mobo has
I know
one.
there's a couple.
Well,
But there's one that sticks out more than any other.
I'm gonna say mine, and we'll see if we just like
If it's the same
match the
one.
brain.
Yeah.
A core memory that I have forever with Julio is I'm just gonna say this without any context, so I could trip out everybody. I got a message saying, "Hey, I don't think I'm gonna go to school today because if the school shooter's real, I'm not gonna die."
My God.
And I remember getting that text and being like, "Mom, look what Julio just texted me. I do not want to go to school." And she straight up was like, "Grab your shit. You're gonna go regardless." And she still sent my ass. So, to all the fans watching off the field right now, for you bench warmers, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below.
Trust that. I'm sorry. We should have said that at the beginning of the video. The poll where we put up the fan base name for the Outfield podcast, bench warmers. That's you guys. You guys destroyed the vote with bench warmers.
Oh, my God.
I think it was 84% when I last
84,
checked.
Jesus.
So you are the bench warmers.
Dude,
Welcome.
no, Julio, the split was stupid, dude. Everybody chose bench warmers.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that on the community tab?
Yeah, community tab. Well, I honestly think I'll be posting more things there. I think when we know who our guest is, like when we have it locked in, I'll post who the guest will be for the week, and I'll say, what questions do you guys want to hear us say to so-and-so? We'll start doing that in the community tab.
By the way,
Yeah.
congrats on 2,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We did
Yeah.
make it to 2,000 subs. All things I should have addressed at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay. We're just looping everything
At
around.
least we're hitting it.
Yeah.
We're not ignoring it.
We don't ignore you guys.
Subscriber number 3. Just want to point that
Let's
out
go.
there.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, the first 3 subscribers of Off the Field are all
Hey,
on one.
oh, look at
What up, bench warmers?
that.
And
Welcome.
you know,
Good
I
name.
also think that fits because it's a podcast and we sit the entire time.
That's all we do.
So we're
All we
bench
do is
warming.
sit.
Yeah.
We're off the field and bench warming. Hello, bench warmers. Anyways,
But back to the text.
yeah.
So, me and Julio, like I said,
My
we've
God.
gone to the same school since middle school, middle school, high school. But during high school, we had this wonderful, beautiful app
Oh,
called
my God.
Ogle.
Oh, I thought you were going to say kick.
Oh,
No.
nah, dude. No, it was worse than anything kid could ever think of doing.
Uh-huh.
And it was a very anonymous platform where it wasn't just you make a profile and then you say something. It's just you make a post on one continuous stream and
channel,
feed.
basically.
It's
One
a
channel.
feed, essentially.
Yeah.
And all you do is choose the different schools around the area, and you can hop into their
Oh.
feed. So, with
I
that
think I've
being
heard a little
said,
bit of this, yeah.
Anonymously.
our school was notoriously the number one used because while all the other schools had maybe 100 posts, 200 posts, our school had over 1,000
Why?
Yeah.
because people were leaking nudes, sending threats, talking
high
shit
school.
on teachers. Oh, you know, the high school
Death threats.
Dude, we
death
had-
threats.
I'm sure your guys' high school did, where they had somebody make an Instagram and it'd be like your high school
Yeah.
anonymous or
Oh,
or
my God.
high,
Yeah.
like, something like that. Yeah, we had those. For my
But
high
like
school.
Julio, how would you explain Ogle to like somebody like Austin that has no idea? Well, he kind of has an idea, but How would you explain it?
So I was just thinking of this as you were explaining it. So you know how OnlyFans, like their original purpose was for artists to give fans like a backstage access to how artists or people of that nature to like give them normal behind the scenes access that one other fan wouldn't.
What the?
It's kind of like what Ogle was. It wasn't their intention. Like
Not
OnlyFans' intention was never to be what it's most famously known for.
Uh-huh.
It was known for behind the scenes like access that real fans of artists can pay for. But Ogle, like I said, it was for school. It was for people to ask questions. Like learn.
Hey, does anybody have any homework or any tips, or does anybody have the notes?
Or is the library open today? Stuff like that. But no, it was the.
It was the place to be, baby. Oh my god!
Unfortunately, it was the place to be.
Yeah. So somebody put a shooting threat in this.
Pretty much. So,
Yeah.
like I said, it first started with people making crude jokes.
Yeah.
Then roasting teachers, talking shit on people,
Yeah.
and then point in case, it ended up becoming, hey, somebody posted, I'm gonna shoot the school on Friday
Jeez.
at 2 p.m. This and that, and keep in mind, like, okay, so rounding back. Julio gets a text. He skips out. I go to school. I'm kind of like, what the hell's going to happen? What are we doing
On
here?
edge the entire day.
Pretty much. And then
Yeah.
the worst part is that the school started sending out like emails, and they started sending recorded calls being, hey, school's going to progress as scheduled tomorrow. Don't hold your kid back. He didn't listen. He stayed at
I
home.
wouldn't have.
Yeah, but like my parents didn't give a crap. They were like, hey, you're going to get your education.
I mean, from what I learned, bro, one day of high school is not gonna kill
It really
the
isn't,
future of your
guys.
child.
It's not.
Yeah.
So back to that. It's funny because, like, I think 2 months after it had died down, a letter from the district came to my house. I went to every other student's home as well. It said, "Do not download this app. It is dangerous."
2 months after, bro.
2 months after everything had died down, and I showed it to my parents, and I told them, the app's already off the app store. I don't know why they're telling us now.
You need to delete it right now. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, and if you try to re-download it, like, it would just freeze.
Okay. So was that the same core memory?
No, that's not the first thing that came to mind, really.
Okay,
Okay.
what's
I was
yours?
way off then.
No. It was definitely top 3 for sure, but it wasn't the first thing that came to mind for me.
I'm
What
kind
was
of nervous
yours?
because I'm thrown for a knuckleball. I have no idea what's coming out.
I think it was my first high school football game, and
Football game.
it was the rivalry high school game.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's right.
What
I
happened?
forgot.
Yeah.
I assisted in that.
Holy huge assist, man! Like the Dwayne Wade and the LeBron. Like Bubba was basically like that, and I was coming in with a slam dunk.
What happened?
So there's a very
So, do you guys remember a little name?
a little meme.
A little meme named Harambe.
Yeah. And
I'll let him take the cake.
All right, so I had thought I want to make, because I never went to any football games through my first 3 years of high school. 'Cause I
yeah.
wasn't into football, and I thought I should make my first game be the rivalry game.
Oh God.
And I'm like, I need to make it memorable. So
you
what did I
come
do?
In a gorilla suit?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that would have been even.
That would have
more
been
fun.
even more crazy. No, I got a poster board with a picture of Harambe printed on there. Shout out to FedEx. They got the job done. And I asked him, like, can I put letters on it? And the lady, very nice lady at the counter, told me, it's going to cost more. I said,
Well,
she straight up told me, she's like, you
Well,
probably do it with Expo. It's cheaper. Just write it on yourself. I'm like, okay, cool.
while she was making it, do you think she had any idea what Harambe was?
She definitely seemed like in her early to mid 20s. So
Oh,
I think
okay.
she did have an idea.
Okay.
And I think it
What'd
was
you write?
I
R.I.P.
kn-
Harambe.
I don't think I did actually write anything though. Just
Oh.
because I wasn't.
So you
I was,
just brought a poster.
No, I remember why. I honestly I might have a picture of it, but not on this phone. It's like a blown out, stretched picture of Harambe
Yeah.
onto like a poster board that's foam. And keep in mind, I went with him to go put in the order. I think.
I thought it was with Yassine.
No, we went together to go pick it up because.
Oh yeah, I made the order with you.
We're walking down the street, bro, down the main street in my city, and he's carrying this big ass Harambe poster.
I mean, that's how people were looking at you carrying this around.
Okay, but that's different because we're at the mall. This is like the plain Jane Street, and we're just walking with a big ass gorilla next to us.
I will be so proud of you if you still have it.
I still have it.
You still have it.
I still have it. I have to look for it because it
I
was definitely put away somewhere in my room.
I was gonna
But
say,
I
send
do
me a
have
picture and
I
I'll put it in
will
the
try and
video.
find it. I will try and find it. But
So
yeah.
it was just a poster board
it was
with
just
a picture of Harambe.
with a picture of Harambe.
That's it.
And I taped it was like a wooden, not a stake, but like an actual like.
So it was like a picket sign.
Yeah,
like
straight
a
up
picket sign.
picket
Like
sign.
a picket sign.
Just like that. So the whole time, like, he's in the crowd just, and then every time he picks it up, the crowd goes
The crowd
crazy.
went wild.
Everybody was, rah! Like, you know the scene in SpongeBob where it's like Squidward's hand, everybody boos him, and then SpongeBob comes out and it's, that's exactly what Julio was doing.
So this is where actually mobile comes in. So obviously you aren't permitted certain things into a football game, including posters. And
Okay.
if they saw that poster, 100% denied.
Yeah.
So mobile wasn't banned, and I told him,
Bring it with
"Can you bring it in?" He said, "I don't know, because you'd have to think of something in a way to sneak it in." I said, and then I think not a lot of time had passed, and he's like, "Okay, I can get it in." He snuck it in with the xylophone or
yeah,
what
the
is it?
xylophone's like,
You put it in one of the instrument cases?
no, I put it in one of the instruments.
So the xylophone,
yeah,
you push it in a cart, but he covered it like with a tarp or something.
The thing is, it was like a marimba or a xylophone, like you said. So it's flat. Think of a big ass piano that you hit with sticks.
No, I know what a xylophone is.
So yeah, I just put it inside of the xylophone, and then I covered it with the thing, and then
With the
I told the percussion section, like, hey, just take it in, and they were kind of like, hey, yeah, on board, and we ended up bringing it in, and as we're warming up on the side, as everybody's starting to come in, I'm like, Julio, you need to come pick this shit up right now. And he comes, meets me in the back of the football stand, and I just give him the poster, like, here you go.
Oh my god, oh my god, dude! Like every time our
You can keep talking.
every time our high school team made a touchdown, running down across the bleachers, just running across.
You
And
ran?
yeah, and
and forth, just-
back and forth, and there was like 4 people that were behind me, like following with me.
He got a hype man, bro, a hype group.
Yeah, and they all
Were
just
those your friends, or did you not even know
some I knew, some I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Some knew, some I didn't, and like I said, it was very fun. And at one point, ASB got so mad.
Oh, my God.
Because
it's always the ASB
it's
people.
always ASB.
They're always
Yeah.
trying. They claim they want to make the school more fun and preppy. And then when you get like, rah, fun, they're
Yeah.
like, stop.
That's not what we want to do.
Yeah, seriously.
And so, like, by the 4th or 5th touchdown, somebody from ASB, I remember the chick's name, but I don't remember if it was her exactly. I don't know if I should say her name.
You need to stop it.
As I was going across for like the 4th or 5th time, because it was like the 4th touchdown by then, one of them stuck their hand out and tried to get it. And I literally fucking, like, by the grip from where I had the picket sign, like the grip, I fucking ripped it. And I just kept running. And I think that was either the 4th or 5th, but it was still like around one of the last touchdowns, because the squad made a comeback in the game. There was like a interception, and I think I did do one of those runs because it was an interception.
You are one of the few people who's been playing baseball video games probably your whole life, right?
Yes, it's 06.
So you played
The show?
2K when MLB was with 2K,
Yeah,
and you won the 2K challenge.
I did. Yeah, the Perfect Game Challenge. 2K had done a thing called the Perfect Game Challenge, where if you throw a perfect game with a specific team and player, you're, depending on what stats you accomplish, like strikeouts or quantity of pitches, you get a score at the end, and then you get a code that you have to enter online, and then it gets updated 2 days after you threw the perfect game. And there was $25,000 was awarded per each team, so that's $750 alone. And then the top 4 scores from anybody goes on to a tournament at, I think it was like All-Star Game Week or All-Star Week. And those 4 played against each other for the grand prize of $250,000, which makes it $1 million awarded overall.
Yeah.
And so me, 13, was the youngest anybody could have
Were you
entered.
You were the youngest one?
I don't know if I was the youngest, but I was definitely up there.
You for sure had to be at least one of them, like one of the youngest.
Yeah, because 13 was the minimum age allowed to win something. And I was 13. So
Yeah.
if the past years I had done something, I don't think I would have been able to qualify to win a prize. But I was lucky because 13, I was able to do it with a bright young pitcher. It was the rookie year, but the name was Shelby Miller. And
On the
Mobo knows I
Cardinals,
brought
right?
up that name. Yeah, at the time with the Cardinals, now with the Dodgers.
Yes.
Yay. But,
Do you remember
Yeah.
who you threw it against?
yeah,
Who?
the Nationals.
Ah, of course.
It was around. It was around like April 20 something.
The Nationals have just been sucky. Then they got to like mid 2010s, and then
Yeah.
they were pretty good. I mean, they won the World Series in 2019, and now they're sucky again.
But this was a team that was basically consistently going to the playoffs. You had Prime Harper, you had Zimmerman, Jason Worth.
You had to face some scary ass people in the lineup, dude.
But it was against a computer. It
Okay.
wasn't online gameplay. It was against a computer.
What happened to you after you qualified and you got to be a part of the 30?
So after I threw the perfect game, which Papa Cap did get to witness, like
Nice.
he couldn't believe it
Awesome.
either. He saw the
my
last
God.
3 outs because I told him like I'm about to do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, let me
That's
see it.
cold as fuck,
I
bro.
know.
I'm sorry. I didn't interrupt. That's cold as fuck to be like, hey, dad. Not even like you're nervous. It's just, hey, dad, come see me shut it down. That's the coldest fucking thing ever, bro.
I think if that was my kid and it was just like, oh, I'm going to throw a perfect game in my video game, I'd be like, oh, cool, proud of you. But like knowing that did he know it was a part of like a thing?
Potentially a grand winning
At that point, I'd be like,
winning money. Yeah.
I'd be like, let's go, come on.
Oh, dude, number one.
What do you need?
cheerleader.
What do you need? What do you need? Let's go.
And I hate like one of the rules is you couldn't pause the game.
Oh,
If you press that pause button, there's like a
watermark,
watermark. So
Yeah.
they had the $1 million challenge watermark on the
and
corner.
it would go away.
If you press the pause, it'd go away, which means the challenge was over.
Oh,
Which means the challenge was over. So there was a little hack I did. Well, I didn't really hack the game, but if you press the side, one of the buttons, like the press
arrows.
button, the arrows. Yeah, if you press one of the arrows, it gives you like a side of like one of their like perks of as a hitter.
yeah.
Technically, the pitcher never threw the pitch, and like if you're the CP, I guess the CP, if you're the batter and you press that button, it shows your perks and like what they throw and whatnot, and the pitcher wouldn't throw. So technically, you could have paused the game without pausing the game.
What a beautiful
Okay,
loophole.
so
But yeah, so the code gets shown on the screen. I enter it. 2 days later, it got updated, showed my name and the score. And unfortunately, I wasn't the top 4 scores out of the 30 teams to
damn.
go to All-Star Week and play for the grand prize.
Do you remember
but-
what place you were?
It was definitely somewhere like in the bottom 10, like not last, but like maybe like 20, like the 22nd or 23rd best score.
It's not 30th.
It's not 30th, yeah. But kind of somewhat of a scary situation depending how you take it. One of the players, one person, had 4 of the top scores. His name was on 4 of the teams.
Damn.
So he was, grinding on that game. I get a message from somebody on Facebook saying, how did you do this? How did you do that? Mind you, I'm 13 at the time. I'm getting a Facebook message from a stranger who's probably like in his mid to late 20s
Yeah.
asking me how I did all this. And I respond to him, and he's all like, at the end of the conversation, he's all like, well, I don't know how you did it, but that's insane. The check didn't come in my name. It came under my dad's name because technically I was a minor.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, that's still cool that you won money from doing that.
At 13 years old.
Yeah, 13.
13. And I got the check as part of my 8th grade field trip, the day of my 8th grade field
Wow.
trip.
Could have been better time.
Yeah. But yeah, I was pretty happy.
You had a short stint with the platform this is currently being viewed on, YouTube.
Yeah.
So what made you do YouTube for that little bit of time?
So I had like a short stint on 16. I was basically doing like short live streams through the PlayStation 4. But then I started really actively on it when Bobby gifted me like the recording equipment, like
Oh, so
microphone.
Bobby kind of was just like, do it.
Yeah, he asked me what
Yeah.
I wanted for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I want to head start like on YouTube.
Mhm.
And that's when he said, okay. And then Christmas gave me a Yeti microphone, like what's that gaming headset? It was like, it wasn't Razer.
HyperX.
HyperX.
That's
I think it was
usually the ones Bobby buys.
Yeah, HyperX, Elgato,
Yeah.
and he got me a webcam too.
Pretty much the starter pack.
A starter pack, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So what made you? I think you admit to it out of everybody that's tried.
Yeah.
You realize the grind that came with it. Like there's people that won't say that's a reason why they stopped, but you admit every time I bring it up on why you stopped, you're like, just that grind, it's killer. Like,
I was basically uploading 6 videos a week,
yeah,
5 at the least, 8 at the most,
Hmm.
and it was definitely like it took a toll because, and what kind of made me upset, I was only uploading MLB The Show. That's really all I uploaded.
Yeah.
But then again, there were other people who only uploaded it and had success. So I thought to myself, I could have success too if I, played that game. And I was very passionate of the show. There were some years of the games where it wasn't as good, but I still played it.
Yeah.
And
there's some iconic clips in some of your videos.
Oh my god.
yeah,
I've seen one of you smashing your controller.
dude, because sometimes I understand that games aren't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
No one is, but
I was gonna say it's a meme in 2K, NBA 2K. If something bad happens, they'll say, "Come on, Ronnie."
yeah,
People never say that in MLB about Ramon, except for you.
Oh, dude.
and then Javi adopted it too.
Yeah,
It transcended into like everybody from softball, which is the most beautiful part.
He'll be like, "Come on, Ramon," or SDS. What the heck?
Yeah, there was because I understand if you're gonna make a statement, you should abide by it. But with their new hitting engine that they did in 21, I think they changed it within the first 2 weeks of the game coming out.
Yeah.
It was like a major update. At about 11 months, that's when I got burned out.
Some card openings.
I did pack openings. I did Diamond
MLB.
Dynasty, Road to the Show.
What was your favorite series?
Pack
you
openings.
Did? Pack openings. Yeah.
Because you should know this since you're a YouTuber. Pack openings were the shortest videos to make, the easiest videos to make.
Yeah.
But they were also the most fun because you also didn't know what you were going to pull.
I think the in real life stuff for anything is always more fun. On your channel, one video
Oh my god. It's
that will stand till the end of time in our friend group.
It's got to be honestly like probably his too. It's got to be like our most favorite video of you ever.
I'm going to be honest. I don't remember much of my videos. So as I'm hearing this, I'm
I can tell. I can tell by the look on his face.
Yeah,
he has no idea.
I don't
what
remember
we're about to
most.
say.
Yeah. It was like a blur in my life that I
Come
just
on,
don't
bro.
remember.
You're telling me you didn't feel hard? You didn't want to be the gangsta
You didn't want to be like out there, bro.
with all your Jama rants?
Oh,
Ladies
my
and gentlemen,
God. Oh,
I'm
an
gonna open this
IRL
pack.
opening, or a mail day is what they call it. I thought you meant like MLB The Show pack openings.
No, dude. Oh my god.
This man, Cap right here,
Yeah.
posted a video on his channel.
Yeah.
How many Jama rants did you open?
Well,
It at least was like 11, dude.
Considering I bought them off eBay,
Yeah,
all of
you
them.
bought them all, but you made it the whole video. You were like, you'll never guess what the next card is.
I bought.
Jama
I think it was 12.
12 Jama rants.
All I know is that it's like I skipped through the video a couple times and it's just and another John Morant. And then like, oh, I wonder what this card's gonna be.
I'm not even kidding. I don't
Ja
even
Morant.
remember. Did you open anything but John Moran in that video?
Yes, because I got a pack.
It's hard to remember anything else.
It was so long ago, but I want to say I got a box of Sapphire 2019 Topps Chrome Sapphire. I opened it with a friend of mine named Tony. Shout out to Tony. He opens cards on Instagram, and it was the first thing I ever bought, like cards wise, from somebody and them opening it live.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of worried because I was afraid he wasn't going to ship it.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to scam me.
Oh yeah.
But he did send me my cards, and I got the Colby Allard rookie auto. I got Eloy Jimenez, I want to say, rookie card.
If you guys haven't caught on with the amount of John Morants he bought, him talking about sports betting earlier, Cap likes to make some risk. You like to flip.
I like
with
to flip. Yes,
not
I
just
do.
cards. You've done it with other things.
Yeah,
How many John Morants do you still have?
12.
You haven't sold
Kept
one?
them all?
Well, as you guys have known, John Morant got into a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, but you've had those John Morants for years now.
Bro, you told me like, oh dude, they're at their peak right now. And I'm like, are you gonna sell them? And you're just like, to the moon, baby.
Because they could be honestly a long hold.
I mean,
It could have been a long
It
hold.
really
you-
could.
there's still plenty more that John Moran could do.
Right.
He could win MVP. He could win an NBA championship. But yeah, right now I'm assuming his cards are at a low value.
I haven't seen them recently. I know the most I've seen one PSA 10 was like I think $80.
And these are all autographed, right? Or
No, they're just
PSA?
base cards. Yeah, they're just
Okay.
base cards, rookie cards.
Okay.
So like at one point, like they were like $80. Like I checked like maybe 3 weeks ago. So and I have I think 6 PSA 10s.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
80 times 6 is or 80 times 8 or no 80 times 6 is 480. So
We talked about this when we started the podcast, and I said I would make one of these when you finally came onto the podcast.
okay.
Team Grid.
Oh my god.
Mobo,
He's
put
about to go
5
wild.
minutes on the clock.
All right, let me get it up.
And I got you into that. Remember,
They're fun to do.
Right? No, but I like introduced it to you.
I had seen them on TikTok.
No, right, but like
Yeah.
we actually played it.
Yeah, we
even though
we
it was
played
like
it.
it was like a
at
very
BJ's
bad
restaurant.
version of it. But
All right, you let me know when to start.
Okay. Are you ready?
yeah.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Go. So for the people who are just listening,
Do I start saying it right now?
do you know one already? Well, let me tell everybody. So for the
okay.
people listening, I just gave Cap a MLB team grid. The top row is Royals, Braves, Cubs. The side row is Yankees, Angels, Mets, and he has to match up as many as he can. So go.
My time starts now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yankees and Royals, you got to go with Carlos Beltran.
Yes. Yep.
Let's go with Mets and Royals. Trying to remember some. No. Okay, let's skip that.
Okay.
Let's see. Cubs and Yankees, you got to go with Chapman.
Okay.
Yep,
Aroldis
yep,
Chapman.
yep.
You got
Mhm.
Yankees and Braves. Yankees and Braves.
So we got 2 so far.
Yeah.
We got Beltran and Chapman.
Yeah. Angels Cubs, let's go with Andrelton Simmons.
Yep.
Right
that
on.
works.
Mets and Cubs.
That'll play.
Yeah, Mets and Cubs. Daniel Murphy.
Yeah.
Daniel Murphy was a Cub.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that. But
Daniel
I'll
Murphy
take your
was a
word
Cub.
for it.
Mets and Braves. Mets and Braves. God, it's so much fun.
That's a random one, too.
Mets and Braves. I'm trying to think of like.
So you have
recent
3
people
right
too.
now, right? No, you have 4. You have
4, I think.
You have here,
And Mets and I was just thinking of Mets and Braves. Angels, Royals. I want to say Rex Hutler just because he used to announce.
I know one.
Angels,
No.
Royals.
There's one that you definitely should know. He's played during our
our prime.
cognitive years.
Zach Greinke.
That's not who I was thinking of. Irvin Santana.
Oh
right?
yeah, him too. But yeah, him too. Mets, Royals. God, I was thinking of somebody too.
They played each other in a World Series.
They did. That's what I'm trying to think of.
What do you have left? You have Mets, Royals.
I don't remember if I'm being honest.
Mets,
I know I
Braves.
got Beltran.
3
I
minutes.
got to roll this Chapman here.
You got time. So let's
I
recap.
got Simmons.
Okay, have we knocked out
So-
the Yankees? Have we gotten this whole row?
No, I still need Yankees and Braves.
You need Yankees, Braves.
Yankees, Braves,
Okay.
Yankees, Braves.
Oh, brother. Another guy. Still plays today.
Neon Dion.
Oh, yeah. Deion Sanders. I was thinking Josh Donaldson.
No, Neon Dion.
Josh
Okay,
Donaldson
so we,
played for Atlanta, right?
Yeah. So we got the top.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
Angels, Royals, you said Greinke.
Yeah.
Angels, Braves.
Angels, Braves.
I don't think you said it.
No. I have
Oh,
it.
easy one. Just happened last year.
Who's on the Braves?
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Angels.
No, Mo does not.
Oh, Riso.
There you
Riso.
go.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
And then
Angels is done. You could have said Simmons for both of those.
The Simmons there. We got Iglesias there.
And then
Greinke.
Greinke right there.
So then who did I say anybody here?
Mets, Cubs, you said Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy.
So you need...
These two?
Yeah, you need
Mets
those
and
two.
Braves. Oh man, this is gonna annoy me.
A minute 45.
Okay, I was about to say,
Minute
what's the time on the
45.
clock?
Jesus. Mets and Braves.
I'm trying to think right there with you.
Mets and Royals.
Yeah,
Mets, Royals?
I think I have one for Mets Braves. I think.
Man, I am
You-
struggling here.
Obviously-
Darno for the
Travis Darno?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then
Hold on. Does Tom Glavine play for Mets Braves? Does that work?
yeah, but I
Yeah.
already said Darno.
I know, but that was the one I had.
That works. So
Yeah.
Casey and Mets are left, right? How
Yeah.
much my time?
You have a minute and 8 seconds.
Minute 68.
This is for Royals Mets, everybody.
Royals, Mets.
1 minute.
Royals, Mets.
Royals and Mets.
Royals and Mets.
I'm trying to.
Were there
think.
any traders
Oh,
during that? World
Beltran
Series?
works there too.
I can't use them twice
I
though.
know.
Unless you could think of another player.
Yeah,
that
unless
was in his
you could
position.
fill in for.
Can I switch?
Can
Can I switch from there?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're gonna switch Beltran down there.
Yeah, so Beltron for Royals.
So now
Mets.
I need
So now
Yankees and
Yankees
Royals.
Royals is open again.
Yankees, Royals.
What's the time?
30 seconds.
Damn it! Stop. Yankees, Royals.
I want the countdown at 15.
Jesus, Yankees, Royals, Yankees, Royals.
Come on, Julio. Come on, man. You're the
Uh,
baseball king.
I mean, this is impressive.
14, 13, 12,
Yankees.
11,
I can't even think of
10,
one.
9, 8,
Yankees,
7,
Royals, man.
Luke
Six.
Hochever.
5,
We'll have to confirm.
4,
Luke
Let's
Hochever.
see if we
3,
can lock it in
2,
right now.
1.
If I
Because
were,
I know Luke Hochever did pitch for the Royals, but I don't know if he ever pitched for the Yankees.
if I were you, I would have gone with the journeyman, the traditional.
Oh, so like
I would have just
Dotel
guessed
and Edwin Jackson.
Dotel,
stuff, yeah.
Edwin Jackson. I'm
All
sure
right.
one of them would have landed. But let's
Let's
see.
just hope and pray Luke Hochever got chosen.
If he gets Luke Hochever,
Was he a closing pitcher?
he's definitely
He
a Royal.
He converted from starter to
I remember him
closer.
being a Royal, but if he gets this, he went 9 for 9. Luke-
Am I the first person to attempt this?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I literally made it when you got here.
Luke Hochever, please.
He was a lifetime Royal.
Wah, wah,
Played, you can see
wah.
yourself. He
Yeah,
played
he
from
was the number 1 overall draft pick. I remember.
2007 to 2016,
Jesus.
all on the Royals.
That was tough.
Man,
I
I
couldn't
mean-
think of anybody else from for those because your brain because you get off to a hot start
Mhm.
and then you just have to remember the others.
So I personally, right there, would have said Octavio Dotel.
Yeah.
So let's see if Octavio Dotel would have worked. I'm just trying to see if we can find anybody at this point. Now the
Yeah.
time's ran out, and we
Just
can cheat.
You could just go on Baseball Reference, just search each player
I'll
at a
search
time.
from there. Okay, so
Just go scroll to the bottom. It shows you all the teams that they play
Okay,
for. at the
gotcha.
time. Yeah.
So he did play for the Royals, and he did play for the Yankees. It would have landed.
Man.
Both only for 1 year.
Damn.
But they played.
It works. This one, I think a lot of people can play, and I think it's going to be fun. So, this was a topic was started by Mobo on the drive home.
Just random as shit. We're sitting
remember.
in traffic,
Yeah.
and I started playing music, and then I looked over at Austin. And I asked him the question, and he was like, For the pod.
I forgot you were in the group chat for that, but you didn't answer. You
didn't.
You didn't give
I
an
didn't.
opinion. So,
No.
here we go. Basically, Mobo set the scenario.
"Okay, so essentially, you're throwing a party,
Project X style party.
like insane. There's gonna be a bunch of
Baddies,
baddies,
homies.
controlled substances, homies, everything your little heart can
It's going to
desire.
be wild.
It's everything, and you get to choose 5 celebrities to party with.
Well, hold on, we'll go in order. So right now, 5. Well, you said movie stars in the car.
Okay, 5 movie stars.
So we're inviting 5 movie stars to our party,
Okay.
and we want you to tell us when we're done with all the topics we're gonna hit, which party you're going to at the end of the night.
Okay.
It's 8 p.m. You got invites from both of us,
Friday night.
and we have all these details we're gonna throw you, and you'll be like, all right, I'm going to that party. So at my party, these are the 5 celebrities that would be there. It'd be there'd be a bunch of people, but these 5 celebrities would be
They're the
there.
key to make your party pop.
right.
Samuel L. Jackson. I just think he'd have a grand old time, and he'd be calling everybody motherfucker. He'd be like, take a drink, motherfucker. Take a shot, motherfucker.
Jesus.
This motherfucker.
Brad Pitt, because I feel like all Brad Pitt has done lately in movies has been fun, hilarious movies. Margot Robbie, because I had to have a baddie there.
right.
Margot
right.
Robbie, one
I
of
agree.
the baddies
I
in
agree.
Hollywood right now. Seth Rogen, because I mean, if
You
you
need
think,
a funny one. You need a funny man there.
yeah, and if there's anybody that's going to supply the Zaza, if there's anybody that everybody at the party wants to hit the Zaza
Me
with,
with the Zaza.
it's Seth Rogen.
Yeah, it's a good name.
I swear you drop your phone
Every episode it's a thing,
like
huh?
every other episode.
Here we go. I'm getting it right now, though.
And then I feel this one was, I don't know if I'm able to sell this one, but Ryan Gosling. If Ryan
Okay.
Gosling's not
Not at
doing
all.
a serious movie, his comedies are hilarious.
Right.
If you've seen him in Nice Guys, that's the Ryan Gosling I want to party with. He swam with mermaids fake mermaids.
No mames.
Okay.
So those are my 5 movie stars.
What a very interesting cast.
I'll run through them again
those
without
who-
explanation. So
Okay.
Sam L. Jackson,
Brad
Brad
Pitt,
Pitt, Margot
Margot
Robbie,
Robbie.
Seth Rogen, Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
So those are my 5 movie stars. Mobo's.
So Team Mobo consists of Leonardo DiCaprio, Jordan Belfort himself. We got Jonah Hill as well. So you already have the duo there, which is already
That's
incredible.
a very good duo. That's
That's an incredible duo because we see what they're capable of. And on top of that, just that little extra oomph, I'm throwing Channing Tatum in there.
Wow.
So not only do you have the Wolves of Wall Street,
Those two. And
you
then
have
these
the police
two.
officers
Yeah.
partying it up.
Okay, see, but this is where I think he falls off. Go ahead.
I don't think so at all because I think these two would accelerate the party even more. We have John Cena because he's funny and hilarious as shit, and I feel like he could party, and The Rock because, come on, dude, it's The Rock.
John Cena and The Rock.
And plus, they're gonna bring the baddies. No need for any baddies.
That's why I say his party, his celebrities, it's a sausage fest. I got Margot Robbie.
Okay, one broad.
So can you recap it again for you?
Okay, so the recap:
So just
Leonardo
the run
DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, John Cena, and The Rock. Sorry, Dwayne Johnson.
So let that sit. Don't make a choice yet because we're not done.
Okay.
There's one last part that could influence or change your decision.
Okay.
So those are the movie stars that'll be there.
Okay.
But what's a party without music? So we each get 3 music artists
Okay.
that will be attending our party. At my party, the opening act will be The Weeknd. Right
The
after
Weeknd as your opener?
as my opener.
That's a tough ass opener.
Wow.
Yeah. You got to have them out there and be like, oh, the camera. Hold on a second. My opener is The Weeknd. Right after is Rihanna.
Okay.
And to close the night is Kendrick Lamar.
Kada. Okay.
Yes. And so here's how The Weeknd would come out. He'd open up with Starboy, lit song, gets people going. It's happy. It's pumped up. So Starboy, then The Hills, and then he'd end with Blinding Lights.
Whoa.
Another song like Starboy, where it's just like that energy comes with it. And then you think the music's done? No, because then Rihanna comes out with Don't Stop the Music. And it's like, please don't stop the music. And you're like, oh, it's not over yet.
It's not over, yeah.
And then you just got to throw her party songs in there. So then Work right after that. It's like, whack, 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 whack. And then she ends with Bitch Better Have My Money. And then after that song ends, you're like, well, Bitch Better Have My Money. And then Kendrick comes out and says, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. And starts with that. And then goes into Swimming Pools. I mean, come on, that song's just made for drinking and partying. And then ends with Humble. So that is the 3 music artists and the 3 songs for each of them that I'd be playing in that order.
Wow.
Mobo.
Well, how do you follow that?
So the opening act, just right off the bat, is going to be Beyonce because it has to be a rounded out party. So you're going to just open up with Cuff It. Somewhere in the middle, she's going to throw Crazy in Love, and then we're going to end up Drunk in Love. And then it's going to be Lil Uzi Vert, and he's going to open it with Just Wanna Rock because that song is, come on, bro. You can't beat that for a fucking party.
You know, that's my jam.
It's
so
one
Just
song.
Wanna Rock?
It's one song.
It is
And
one
then
song.
it goes into Money Longer. So all you have is Howard the Alien going ham on the fucking corner. He's gonna end it with Real Baby Pluto.
Okay.
Great fucking party song. And then to end the night, Champagne Poppy himself.
Wow.
And he's gonna open up with Rich Flex because we gotta do something 21. And in the middle of the part, he's gonna throw out Nonstop, and we're gonna end it on Energy.
Okay. Now,
So with all that, this isn't what you think would be a better party. It's what party you would want to go to.
Right.
Yeah. So would you like a fast recap of the entire thing?
No. I think I got it.
Okay.
There's no surprise guests in there. It's just whoever's been announced is showing up. No surprise guests.
So the quick recap on my party is Samuel L. Jackson, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Seth Rogen, and Ryan Gosling will be there. And the musical guests are The Weeknd, Rihanna, and Kendrick Lamar. Mobo's
It's gonna be Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, John Cena, The Rock, and the music guests are gonna be Beyonce, Lil Uzi Vert, and Drake.
What party are you going to?
Oh, they're all very well filled with A+ celebrity status. Star power, yep.
Mm-hmm.
You with your actors, they're very nice.
If I'm breaking down the situation, I think he has it really good with Channing Tatum, Leo, and Jonah Hill. But I think the music and the way I set up the songs would transition to the next one. I think that's just my little spice.
Right. No, yeah. Like the star power is good. The artist, I do listen to The Weeknd, but what were the other two you said?
It was Rihanna
and
Kendrick.
I feel like I don't really listen to them a lot. But for Mobo, I don't listen to Drake a lot. I only listen to the popular songs.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured.
But that's what you expect at a party, too. You don't expect, like...
I'm not going to have, like, super deep cuts to be like, oh, I like this song off of this specific album. No, it's got to be a general party because, like you said, a bunch of people are going to show up and they're going to get lit.
And we also tried to keep all our song choices without as little features as possible because I felt like that was cheating.
I was using features up the ass. Features make it, though.
Okay, he tried to put Forever on there with Drake.
No, it was a joke. I said, imagine walking features. Imagine walking into the party and all you hear,
yeah, but with that comes Lil Wayne, Eminem, and at that point, Braun, since it's his anthem.
Yeah.
LeBron shows up with a basketball.
Oh, man.
What party are you gonna hit, bro? You got Ozzy's and then you got Mobes.
Austin's is very good, but yours is very good as well, especially with the music we listen to. But at the end of the day, I'm definitely going to Mobile's party.
Damn it!
Fuck yeah, bro.
I mean, the artist, personally, for me, is the one that won it over. The artist, both of you guys are pretty tied, but it was the artist that really won it for me because although Drake isn't someone I like actively listen to, it's the bangers that really kill it for me. And then Uzi with Just Wanna Rock. And then who was your opener again?
Beyonce.
Yeah, well,
dude,
I mean,
that's an open.
Throwing it back. I mean,
Beyonce has an opener, bro. Throwing it back to Drunk in Love.
I just don't expect Jay-Z to like, be in the way. But other than
no, Jay-Z, she's all yours, buddy. I'll let Beyonce know.
I like that.
I'll let Miss Knowles know.
And plus, it's too much of like comedic star power with Mobos, with The Rock and John Cena.
Yes,
and then
thank you.
You got the
the trio. I knew I was screwed when he had Wolf of Wall Street and Jump Street.
Yeah,
I was like,
you literally had Jonah Hill who plays both. He's the main guy from his both partners, like both duos of Leonardo DiCaprio and Channing Tatum. That comedic star power wins it for me.
Wins him every time. Yeah. Is he has Jump Street and Wolf of Wall Street. I was like,
and then you got wrestlers.
We just got streets.
Yeah, which doesn't help in this situation since this guy's
exactly
obsessed with wrestling. And I am having the perfect segue because we're going to WrestleMania.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Hey, you dropped your water.
I dropped the water, not my phone.
Okay.
But yes, we are.
Yes, not Mobo, though.
Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Very.
Have you guys bought tickets already?
For Sunday.
For night 2, yeah.
For night 2. Were you guys planning to try to do both? Or like what events were you guys going to do?
I'm trying to go to both. Okay. I do plan on buying my tickets for Saturday by this weekend, basically when this podcast episode goes up.
Yeah.
I am planning to go Saturday because surprisingly Saturday is cheaper than Sunday, but understandably so.
It's not the ending night.
Right, because Sunday night's like main event night. So, but I do want to go Saturday because I want to take my dad. Like he took me to like Raw and SummerSlam when I was a kid. So I think it's only right that I take him to WrestleMania. And then Sunday, I feel like we kind of bought the tickets a little too early.
I don't want to hear it.
But
don't tell me anything.
I won't say.
Where are you guys sitting?
We're sitting on the third deck. Which for SoFi, I usually sit on the 4th or 5th deck.
We're sitting in like sections.
That's obviously mid-level, right?
Right.
So we're like diagonal. So we're not behind the stage. We're not on the side. The stage will be like right in front of us.
Is it just like shifted to your right?
It's shifted to our left.
So like this. Think of the U. Think of like the letter U. We're like in this side.
Yeah,
this side.
Okay.
So
facing the if the U's facing the stage and the ring, we're like in the bottom left part.
So if I remember
that's not bad at all.
Yeah, like 300.
I think we're not a far row either. I think we're like
row 2, row 3.
Yeah, I think we're a pretty good row.
Now, since I am not going to be going, I'll play a little bit of Question Master.
But Mobo does like wrestling.
I love wrestling.
He grew up with it. So
shout out Viva la Raza.
This isn't like unknown category to him.
So just kind of curious for both of you guys individually.
Yeah.
Who are, let's say, 3 wrestlers you hope to see? So we'll start with Cap.
3 wrestlers I want to see.
You hope to see this WrestleMania.
Well, do they bring that many people back to where? Because like we know, like they hype.
They've already had matches announced.
Yeah.
Or like who are you looking forward to see? Better say.
Okay, that's better. I told them recently, him and Shortsy, if John Cena officially has a match at WrestleMania, he does.
Hell yeah.
And I told them, I'm like, if it's not night 2, then I'm going to night 1. So, because I grew up watching John Cena. I was John Cena for Halloween when I was a kid. T-shirts were all over my closet.
Jesus.
I had the John Cena spinner belt.
Oh, so you were John Cena.
John Cena was my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, the jorts.
I did not wear jorts. No.
Hey, I got jorts.
I said, I'm like, if I've never been to a wrestling event. The WrestleMania will be my first one ever.
Wow.
So I was like, I want to see the wrestler that inspired me, and luckily he still does till this day. He still seems like an awesome guy. I got to see him wrestle. So if he's not on night 2, then I guess I'm going to night 1. So.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Mubbo, who 3 wrestlers you said I'm excited to see?
You're excited to see or you're hoping to see?
Hoping to see Brock Lesnar. I don't think I've ever seen him
I
wrestle.
hate his match, but I would have. Brock Lesnar's dope. I just hate the match.
I don't think I've ever seen him wrestle live out of every event I've gone to. Like I've seen him live, but never wrestle because he only wrestles on pay-per-views.
When you've seen him, is he just like cutting a promo?
Or basically wrecking havoc to whoever his opponent is. You hear that?
You hear that, and you're like,
God.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
Basically, but I just remember I did see Brock Lesnar wrestle. By the way.
Oh.
He was either against Punk.
Is that
or
why you
Orton.
were looking off in the distance?
No, because wrestling's fake.
What?
You guys traumatized me with it, but no.
Oh, okay.
No, I did see Brock Lesnar wrestle. So no, but,
Who? Okay, other wrestlers. Or
I guess Austin Theory, just because he's like so young. He's like around
Can't
me and
stand
Mobile's
him, bro.
age.
no shit.
He's I think like 24.
I can't stand
Oh,
him.
wow.
I hate his character.
Yeah, like I said, Austin Theory. I'm excited to see him. That's at least one right there. There haven't been much matches to be announced, but if this one does officially get announced, I want to see Ray versus Dom.
Oh yeah.
It'll eventually happen. So, and I guess
Yeah.
the main event really of Roman versus Cody.
Yeah, that's happening.
That one's for sure happening.
He better lose, dude. I cannot stand.
You want Cody to lose?
No, I
I'm
want Cody to
kidding.
win. I can't stand Roman having both titles
I hate
down.
to be that guy, but I think Roman's retaining.
because they want him to hit 1,000
Yeah.
days. I know,
Yeah.
so stupid.
Austin Theory?
Ray, and
The main one, Cody and Roman.
oh, okay. I got 3 pretty quickly because I've never been to a wrestling event.
Right.
John Cena is definitely one. Rey
I've seen him
Mysterio.
multiple times, yeah.
Rey Mysterio.
Weird flex, but okay.
Honestly, he came along after I stopped watching wrestling, but he's been nothing but entertaining, and he's one of those guys who just has a banger theme no matter what. Seth Rollins.
Burn it down.
Yeah.
Who's he wrestling?
Down. What?
Who's
Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that'd be
Forgot about
sick.
that.
So it's just like, I want to see Seth Rollins. It is kind of a bonus that he'll probably kick Logan Paul's ass.
Wait, but shouldn't you be cheering for Logan Paul?
Because he's a YouTuber?
Yeah, YouTubers got to stick together.
Yeah, you know, summer.
Mobile, am I wrong?
Now he's
Am I wrong?
turning a cheek on the YouTubers.
Wait, am I wrong?
when have I
You're not
before?
wrong at all.
Anyways.
I-
No, I think it's great because, like, there's a YouTuber involved in, like, a more popular media and getting out there and, like, making a change for how far somebody in that field can go.
That's
Like,
true.
Yeah.
it is cool to see.
I do have one question that I'm curious. It's actually, I think it's a pretty good one.
Okay.
Julio, we know clearly you've been to a lot of wrestling shows, whether it's Raw or a pay-per-view. I'm curious because I don't think I've even asked you this. What's the worst match you think you've seen in person? Where you're just like, dude, they botched the fuck out of that move, or it was just boring.
Oh my God, one does come to mind. Yes, so it was SummerSlam, I want to say, I think,
Where was it?
or Raw. No, I think it was either a Raw or SummerSlam, because SummerSlam, like for like 4 years in a row, was in LA.
Where was it held, though? I mean, like,
Staples Center, right?
Crypto.com arena now, but
Staples Center.
Forever Staples.
Staples Center at the time.
Yeah.
He was either Raw, like I said, but here in Anaheim, or it was definitely SummerSlam. I don't remember which one it was, but it was Mark Henry versus Big E. It was those two. Great guys, I'm sure. Never met them, but I'm sure they're great. Somebody messed up a move. I think it was Big E. He was going for the big ending where he puts them over their shoulder and then he drops down and like
Kind of like a Samoan drop.
Yeah.
no. Like he drops on his back, but he has Mark Henry on his shoulder.
So he takes the impact.
Yeah, so Mark Henry basically falls flat with him as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Like, Mark Henry's like that. Biggie's like that. So
Here,
like,
use that pillow.
Yeah, I'm gonna use blue.
Okay.
So he
That's Jesse.
Yeah, that's Jesse. My bad.
Hey.
So hold this.
Yeah.
So he basically picks up Biggie picks up his opponent like this, and then he basically falls with him like that.
But how'd he botch it? What happened?
So let me just fix myself. So what happened was Biggie picked him up,
Okay.
and
This is a big man he's picking up.
That's
See,
a
picking
big
up
ass
Mark
boy,
Henry?
bro.
Mark Henry starts to feel some pain in his chest,
Oh,
and I don't know what happened, but he just fell off the shoulder. He like fell off the shoulder. I'm sure you could find it somewhere on YouTube. I don't remember, but he like fell to the ground like off the shoulder, and he started like gripping his chest, and nobody knew like what was happening. And I think Biggie just either went for the pin to end the match right then and there, or I think they stopped the match.
Yeah.
I know because I've learned all the secrets of WWE.
Right.
I know if the ref goes like that then it's like serious. It's
Yeah.
not like something
They're
that's,
throwing up the X.
yeah. It's
But,
like not fake. It's like, okay, no, this is a real situation.
But I don't remember if like he got carted off or he walked on his own. Excuse me. But yeah, that one. I wouldn't say it was necessarily bad, but it is a match that does stick to mind because comes to mind because like it wasn't a proper finish.
Yeah.
So and Martin Henry's like he was starting to get to that age where he's not wrestling every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that match probably to me in person has to be the worst one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope John Cena is on night 2, bro. I really don't want to. There's literally no other match that's been hyped up that would convince me to buy night 1. That's the only one. So
Oh, I forgot about the women's six woman tag team match with Trish.
oh, that
Lita.
Lita came back.
Is it like? Oh, I remember that. Is it like old heads versus new heads,
Kind
or is it like a mix of them?
It's a mix.
Okay.
It's definitely the
Oh,
now
I
generation
remember
of
now.
Damage Control,
Yeah.
Dakota Kai,
Yeah.
and versus Trish, Lita, and Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
I'm going for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
They're
Me
probably
too.
going to be the favorites to win.
I mean, I hope, man. The
Dakota
dream
Kai.
scenario for me would to be just to buy night 2, which we already have. We have the main event, which is Cody and Roman, John Cena, and the Seth Rollins match, and the Ray match. But I doubt all 4 will be on night 2.
Yeah, who knows? They're definitely going to mix it up.
Yeah, for sure. They got to have something on night 1 to make people buy a ticket, and hopefully it won't be John Cena because I already paid for night 2. So let's just please.
Make it happen.
But I kind of want to go to the Raw after Mania.
Yeah, that's something crazy always happens. At
It's
Raw after
always the
Mania.
most lit crowd of the year.
Yeah, like John Cena said, no matter what happens, Theory, you lose, people will hate you. You have nothing. You have nothing. You lose the title because it's for United States.
UFC title, yeah.
Okay.
So if Theory loses, he loses the championship. He loses a WrestleMania match. If he wins, everybody's against him because he just beat John Cena.
What if plot twist? If John Cena wins, he turns it back into the spinning belt.
Oh, dude,
He could.
That'd be so fire, bro.
I hate how the belts look nowadays. Hate it.
Boring.
Hate it.
Horrible.
The main ones, look, if it was just the black one with the WWE logo, sure. But having another belt that looks exactly like it and you just change the color of the strap, I hate it. I hate it so much. And I wish they would go back to the WWE spinner. That is my favorite of the WWE Championship. And the all gold world heavyweight.
You know who you could blame, though, for that change?
Who did that? Was it The Rock? It was The Rock, wasn't it?
It was
The Rock got rid of the spinning belt?
because it
He
was
made it-
Rock
he-
versus CM Punk at Royal Rumble.
He made it the all black one that they have now.
Yeah,
Oh.
he changed it to like it changed just a little bit, but
I mean, I would have hated it
he
at
got rid of
first,
the spinner.
but like now, the world heavyweight's not even a championship anymore. It's the Universal.
Yeah,
And it's just like...
There's no more World Heavyweight?
No.
not the WCW one. No,
I haven't kept up with this in a minute. Oh my God, I'm
I could
sad.
tell. I could tell.
No, I'm sad, bro.
They call it the Universal Championship.
And it was based on a poll too. Like one night they said, "We're gonna ask you, the fans, vote on WWE.com and like tell us which one it should be." And even though it's most likely rigged most of the time. Like the overwhelming vote was Universal title.
And I hate titles that are all just like one metal color. Like I hate the Intercontinental Championship right now because it's just like all like silver. There's like no color on it.
Oh, okay. I was trying to remember what it was.
Like the one Jeff Hardy would hold back in the day had like the whole world on it. It was blue. It had all like the other continents on the side. Beautiful. The United States Championship had the flag all big. Beautiful. The tag teams even looked good. They had the red and the blue for SmackDown. And the tag teams are the same thing as the big belts. They're just the metal, and then the strap color is just whatever, raw red or SmackDown blue.
My favorite was when Cody Rhodes, before he came back, he changed the IC title with the black and the blue and gold one that you guys are just talking about. He changed it to the white and gold.
Oh,
one.
okay.
That's one of the old school ones that he
White and gold.
Yeah, it's like a white leather.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's basically gold. And it's
I
like an
see
old
this.
school one from like the 80s. But it was just like revamped.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones.
sounds
And he
good. You're talking
brought
about
it
this one,
back.
right?
And yes.
Yeah, that one's much better.
Oh, that's money, bro.
Yeah. So
Dude,
he
that
brought it
looks
back
so
like
good.
He brought it back like in probably like 2014 or so, 13,
Mm-hmm.
and then it got changed obviously to whatever it is now. But that one was one of my favorites because it just looks so cool. It was just so cool.
Yeah, and trying to think. Yeah, the tag team title designs suck nowadays.
Is it the one with like the Spartan helmets?
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
I don't think that
Just
was.
because it's red and blue?
and
I don't think it's too
all
bad.
bronze all the way across the belt. Like there's see, like this has blue in it. It has the black
okay.
lettering.
Oh, so like the whole thing is just one color, like the
Yeah,
circular.
I
Okay,
hate-
but like I said, I do want to go to the Raw after Mania because it is one of the most electric nights.
Would you bother going to SmackDown before Mania?
I don't know what it is about SmackDown, but it just never seems as hyped to me.
It used to be lit during the pandemic though.
Dude,
It was very lit during the pandemic.
I remember at one point when we were all children, when we were all just running around, SmackDown was the it event as opposed to Raw. No, and
I've
Holy
always
can
thought
vouch
it's
as-
Raw.
Dude, no, early, the late 90s, early 2000s, SmackDown was just...
Yeah, because it was the
SmackDown
new
when they had a
show.
big ass fist coming through the middle of the stage.
Come on, bro, the theme song. And I won't be denied.
I mean, bro,
That was so good.
everything was better back then. And I think WWE honestly has run into a problem going into this WrestleMania because the main event is Cody versus Roman,
for Sunday
but
night.
Sami Zayn is so white hot right now
Yeah.
that like if I was a storyteller, if I was a script writer for WWE, I'd be like, we have built this up too much that we have to find a way to where he's involved in this main event.
Triple threat?
Huh?
Triple threat?
That's what I'm saying. Like make it a triple threat match.
I was thinking of like them if they were to make it a triple threat. I wouldn't have been mad at that.
Neither would I,
But
because I keeping up, trying to lead up to WrestleMania. I have become a fan of Sami Zayn. Dude's entertaining as hell. It's a guy you want to root for, and this guy doesn't even have a confirmed match at WrestleMania yet.
I know.
Yeah.
Actually, what is being rumored is Sammy and Kevin versus
The Usos. But that just feels like they're killing the hype that he's on. Like they know that they're doing it, and it's just like he's so built up right now, and you're just gonna put him in a tag team.
Because I remember
That's
hearing a
tough.
report.
Yeah.
I remember hearing a report that Triple H said that they don't see Sammy as the face of WWE, so they don't want to put the title on.
My
That's what I
goodness,
heard.
bro.
So
I mean, like it's your own undoing.
Yeah.
You built him up that much, and that it's what the fans want.
it's like it's basically what happened with
It's the
Daniel
Jeff Hardy
Bryan.
effect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
honestly, the fans did.
He was never, like, you look at Jeff Hardy, he was never at any point, honestly, like, the face of WWE. Because
Yeah.
what was it? It was either John Cena,
Randy
Triple
Orton.
H, Randy Orton, The
Edge.
Undertaker for a point, Edge. But at one point, they gave him his push, and he got his push.
2008.
They gave him his push, and it was beautiful, but, like,
That's the thing
does
with
Sammy
WWE.
fall perfectly into that category?
It's easy for the fans to be heard. Like they all collectively, like when they are loud at an event, they make it known what they want.
Yeah, like with Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
when I doubt he was ever supposed to be in the main title picture.
Even more recently, Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Mania, yeah. That was
Yeah.
another one I
Kofi
was going to
Mania
bring
was
up.
Yeah. All right.
You know.
I want to end it on who is your guys like guy growing up. We made it known that mine was John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
We'll end with you since you're the guest.
Okay.
Mine
Yours.
all-time favorite for sure probably has to be Eddie Guerrero. The representation was
Damn.
crazy.
I was the only reason I'm shocked by that one is just because do you like how much cognitive memory do you have of Eddie Guerrero?
Plenty.
Oh, really?
Plenty.
Okay.
And then it doesn't help that on some level this is true. I think my aunt went out with Eddie Guerrero. Because, okay, like my family's from Chihuahua, Mexico, and he is from El Paso, Texas.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's natural. Both sides, they hop the border every time. And he grew up wrestling in Chihuahua también.
Hmm.
So, that being said, I like on some level, my family probably saw him wrestle. That story apparently with my aunt.
Yeah.
And it's just he was the GOAT. It was awesome. I love seeing him wrestle. Every time he'd come out, it'd always be a pop. I mean, you have Latino heat, you have the 5-star frog splash
in his
oh my God.
his convertible.
The lowriders, the cars he'd bring, and then on top of that, probably one of, if not my most favorite like memory of him is when he undid the boot to beat JBL.
Oh my God,
Dude, that was just fucking brilliant. And I know obviously it's scripted, but like,
Yeah.
you're 4 years old, 5 years old. Come on, man. It's great.
See, that's why I was shocked because I wasn't watching it like 4 to 5 years old.
Dude, I will send you pictures. I have straight up VHSs, guys. You guys don't know what that is. I have a VHS, like a couple that say SmackDown, like September 27th, 2003.
Yeah.
Like recording since like maybe 2002.
I only have like 1 year of memory while Eddie Guerrero was still alive.
Yeah.
So
for me, it's kind of like two.
Uh-huh.
One as when I was like younger, and one into like my
like
older,
more recent.
yeah, more well, somewhat recent.
Yeah.
First half was Undertaker. Like,
Of course.
The scary persona, like, and him always winning.
That's the other thing WWE's bad at now. They keep trying to hype up those kind of characters, and they keep like abandoning it.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it kind of like, oh, they're not getting a good reaction, scrap it? Is it kind of like that
seems
what
like
they're
they
doing?
kill it really fast. Like they
Yeah.
keep trying to do it with Bray Wyatt, and it like builds up and dies, builds up and dies.
Well, he's not wrestling right now because
See,
he's dealing with an injury, like some hand injury.
yeah.
And plus, it's been rumored that he apparently walked out.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Rumored. So nothing's been confirmed, but the main reason could be just the hand injury that he's been dealing with. But
what was your favorite version of Undertaker? We have very early Undertaker with like the high like purple boots.
The purple glove.
Yeah, we have Last Ride Undertaker, American Badass Undertaker.
and
then-
it has to be the OG Dead Man, which is like, or the more
You mean
famous
the like
statement.
the second coming, right?
Yeah,
Like the one
like
where he
from
has like the
07.
long leotard.
After Kane buried his ass alive.
yeah, from like
Yeah.
from 07 to like 2010, 11.
Okay, that's the Undertaker I remember.
Yeah, that's the one because
Like
the-
American Badass Undertaker, I know he existed. I don't have a lot of memories of him.
for many of you who don't know, there was a store called Circuit City,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they were running
Radio Shack,
Yeah, they were running
Blockbuster.
deals on wrestling DVDs.
dude. Where he bought this poster. It was a place called FYE. Do you remember a place called FYE?
Yeah, there was one at
It's called
at
For Your
that Glendale
Entertainment.
Mall or something. Remember
Yeah,
when we went to
I
the mall?
used
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go there all the time to find wrestling DVDs, and I thought they went out of business until we went to Arizona, and that's where he found this.
Yeah, my mom was buying them for me, and she's like, "Oh, I saw this. It would cost like $5."
Yeah,
Like
What a steal.
one
What
of
a
the
steal.
one of the DVD, like a bunch of them, but two main DVDs, or actually, I'm starting to remember them as I'm saying them, but like Backlash with Orton on the cover of it when he had 3 matches on one night.
jeez.
WrestleMania 24, like the one with Floyd Money Mayweather. That
Yeah.
There was a 3 DVD.
Wasn't that the
set.
same night where it was the bald match of McMahon versus
Oh,
That was
Donald
WrestleMania
Trump?
23. That was
I have
23.
the DVD of that.
And then the one that I really, really remember was Royal Rumble 2007.
Oh.
Where Undertaker won it all.
I mean, Cap talk about this all the time because me and my friend that year made a friendly wager on who would win the Royal Rumble. I said who won it? Undertaker won it. I said Undertaker. My friend said Shawn Michaels. So it came down to them as the final two, and we were like, "No way!" And then I see Shawn Michaels building up for the Sweet Chin music, and I'm like, "No!"
And then
And
you just
then
see
Undertaker
Undertaker.
ducks it, flips him over, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh! But yeah, so yeah, you said 2. So
Yeah,
Undertaker.
and then as I got older, CM Punk.
That'll wrap up the podcast.
No.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we've reached our. We actually added topics on the fly.
Yeah.
The WrestleMania one I didn't even write down. I just remembered it halfway through.
because he brought it up as part of his movies or the Project X party.
But I mean, we killed it. That was definitely going to be one of the longer episodes. And don't
Wow.
think it went unnoticed that Mobo and I are wearing matching tracksuits. I just wanted to see if anybody would call that out.
We look like
And-
cult members, but like in a good way. We're pretty fly right now.
And nobody gave me the memo.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, we have one pair of pants left.
That's
over
that's a top.
See it.
I'm not kidding. There is.
Oh man.
But
Next
yeah.
time.
Like I mentioned at some point in this podcast, you can follow all of us on Instagram. All of them will be in the description. You can subscribe to this podcast and share it with your friends. We post audio version Thursday, 2 p.m. on Spotify, video version right here on YouTube, same time, 2 p.m. That is all Pacific Standard. And yeah, like the video, all that good stuff. Thank you, Cap, for coming. And
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
yeah, see you next
Pleasure's all
time.
mine. Shout out to Cowboy Jeff.